everyone, welcome back to another episode. Hope you enjoyed the intro. What you see behind me is currently my farming area. There's quite a lot going on here. If you haven't seen how I made this or what it is, check out the video in the description. I'll leave a link there for you guys to check out. But moving on to the design, or what you just saw. So essentially behind me, I decided to dress up the whole farming area a little bit. It was a plan that I had from even before I did the farming area, but it's something I never got around to. I decided we're going to start the episode off with getting everything looking nice and all decorated. Unfortunately, we've had to make a little stop because this is not the end product, not at all. Still some stuff to be added. There's some finishing touches and all that kind of stuff, but we have one unfortunate turn of events, which is I've run out of terracotta, which is kind of annoying. Because the nearest mesa biome is about, I don't know, about 10,000 blocks or 6,000, something really long and kind of annoying. So we're gonna have to go there anyway. I decided what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab my beacon, which I think is actually already in my ender chest, and we're gonna make a portal because last time, for some stupid reason, I decided to fly there in the overworld, 7,000 blocks, 10,000 blocks, I don't remember which one, and then I forgot to build a portal there. So I thought, you know what, I would have so much terracotta that I wouldn't be needing it for a long time, and I was stupid and didn't realize that's not true. So long story long, we're going to the mesa biome and we're going to do a nice little mining session as well. I plan on taking a few shulker boxes because I don't really want to head back there again. This is also going to give me the opportunity to upgrade some of my gear to netherite, because I completely forgot to do that, even though I went netherite mining and then I never smelted the scraps and then I never made the ingots and stuff. So let's do that first, then mining. So I definitely didn't end up upgrading any of my stuff to netherite, and instead all I did was make my way straight to the mesa biome and started mining. I did, however, have a shulker box, or half a shulker box, full of pickaxes with efficiency and everything. So yeah, here's the rest of the video. Okay, so we made our way over to the mesa biome, as you can see from the mesa biome around me. And I have decided to set up a nice little beacon. I've got all my shulker boxes set up here, ready for, you know, storage. So I'm going to do a bunch of mining. Yeah. Then we're talking. Let's get this going. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the intro. I guess you can call it an intro. I'm going to go through everything with you in a minute. However, I started this recording specifically because I needed to show you something, because sometimes when you're recording a video or when you're making Minecraft related stuff, sometimes you don't want to do recording, you just want to play the game. So you saw the progress that I made on the whole building and how cool it looked and everything, and I will run you by that right now. But before we do that, I thought I'd give you a quick update on the location. We're doing some sort of terraforming stuff, kinda Not really. I mean, yeah, really, but not kind of. We are, okay? We are. But I really wanted to give you a quick update on the situation right here before I continued. So yeah, I've just started making like a little bit of landmass around the entrance into the farming area. And this is probably actually going to be the first walkway in all of my base. So this will maybe give me like a good idea of what kind of pathways I'm going to want going around my base. I did realize also I could definitely do with some soul speed boots. So I'm going to go and get those because half of the thing I'm going to be doing is based on soul sand. You'll see that we'll come back to that anyway. So yeah, this is what this looks like. In fact, let me go to sleep really quickly. So I'm going to quickly go to bed so we can see what this looks like in the daytime, because it's quite dark right now. I haven't put lighting up or anything. Just done a little bit of terraforming. So it looks kind of cool actually. I was debating whether it looked alright or not. I'm also in half a mind about whether I want to cover up more of the farming area with grass, maybe surround like a good portion of it around it as well. I don't really know yet. I haven't decided how I want to go in that direction. So for now we're just sticking with this. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on this situation. I'm going to do some work, and with the power of editing, and boom. Yep, this took some time, I'm going to be honest. Although it looks quite simple and doesn't look like it would take too much of an effort, but if you consider my status as a builder and how much I am not one, I think it looks good. I'm quite proud of myself on this one. I'm still working on the walkway actually. I don't know how much I'm into this right now, but I thought I'd go through some of the logic behind the build of why I decided to do it. So the first thing is the greenery area that kind of fades into the Mushroom Island. So the idea of that is that basically my base is taking over most of the Mushroom Island, kind of restoring, like, this is almost like an abandoned rotting ground kind of thing. So most of my builds are like rejuvenating light back into the land. So yeah, you can see it, and especially in this specific area, at least where we've got the farming area, it's almost like my experiments that take place down here have engulfed and kind of mutated this land into growing natural life again. I did some editing with like the mushrooms to make them look cool. I think they actually turned out pretty well. I didn't think they'd look good, but you can definitely see what's going on from here. I've also added some like lighting with a carpet on top just to keep it in theme. I might actually change that up for lime because it doesn't really actually look too much like the grass itself. I might change that up, but other than that I think it's looking pretty good. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. If there's any sort of feedback on what I should change, if you think there's anything I could amend in this, let me know. And as for the building of the tower, I did a little bit of this work in creative, and I kind of wanted to have almost like this laboratory kind of situation going on. I just thought it looked pretty cool. This little thing in the middle over here is kind of like, this is kind of the power core that's actually powering the entire farming area. So again guys, I'd love to hear your feedback on this. Anything that you have, anything that you think I might be able to add, or if you think I should remove something, please let me know. But I do want to kind of move on from this project now, as this was kind of supposed to just be the intro stuff, just to kind of give you an update on the situation and kind of show where I actually really wanted to be with this kind of area. I might return to this again at some point later on, but for now I think I'm going to consider this project as finished. Which means it's time to move on, and we are finally going to take a little look at the Nether base. I haven't really been able to play the game very much because I keep thinking that I need to do some recording and keep you guys updated on what I'm doing. And I haven't really had the opportunity to do the recording and put the stuff together. So I want to bring you guys in on this episode so we're kind of level to where I'm playing right now. So with that, let's get into the... Oops. This is kind of hard to do. We're going to get there in a sec. Maybe don't use rockets in that hand. Okay, brilliant. Into the Nether portal. So, what do we have here? This is the beginnings of our new Nether hub. Now, as far as what's going on here, obviously you probably saw the eggs. I did all this on a live stream. If you're wondering what's going on, essentially what I did was dig out a massive area. Now we're making a Nether hub. What I've done so far is start entering in like one part of the biome. So in this case, the biome is the warped biome. Okay, so we're starting with warped over here. I'm trying to build some ideas up so I can figure out what I want to do. And so far, I think it looks good. It's going to take more work to actually figure out where I want it to go. But as far as I'm concerned right now, it's going in a good direction. The thing I do really want to do is like block most of this off. The idea was to have a big viewing window, but I don't think I want to have that big a viewing window. Plus, a lot of it's going to be taken up by the different biomes. So I don't think I'm going to have the space for that anyway. The reason why I started recording again was because I wanted to start building the piglin farm, the barter farm. I wanted to at least get like a crappy version going. And the reason for that was because I needed nether brick, and I need the nether brick for the nether fortress. So I'm going to slab up all of the nether fortress and get rid of everything within 128 block radius, and then slab over anything I can't be bothered to get rid of, basically. So it's going to be pretty straightforward to do, but I need a lot of nether brick, and I don't feel like mining and then smelting nether brick. So I thought the best way to get this would probably be trading it, because it's easier, and I'm lazy. Oh wait, hold on, I ran out of rockets. Yeah, so I thought the best thing to do, instead of trying to smelt all the netherrack and then try and get slabs that way, is to... Oh man, the sounds of netherrack are so cool now. The squishiness of netherrack. It's like dry squishiness. Can't explain it. So yeah, the idea of what I want to do is to get the piglin bartering farm ready. Now I could do two things. I could go all the way in with it and set everything up I want for it. But I've got an interesting little plan of what I want to do with all the items. See, they're all going to be put into shulker boxes and obviously put into chests. But I think once I've got the biome set up, the nether hub set up, I'm going to have all the shulker boxes. I'm going to have like chests basically hidden around the island. So like I'll have a chest here, and then I'll have like a sign for nether quartz. So I've just got shulker boxes of nether quartz here. And then like nether brick can go like over here somewhere. These are just examples, by the way. But I think that's a really cool idea. But the idea was to start fleshing out an area for it, which I've done. So I've got a nice little area over here going for it. I'm going to push this wall just a little bit more back and maybe increase the height and depth a little bit more. But other than that, I'm going to keep it pretty straightforward. And then I'm going to start building stuff around the piglins afterwards. So that's not too much of an importance right now. The main thing is to just get them into cells, and actually the main thing is to get some in general, because the piglins I think are going to be they're going to be the biggest challenge to get. Anyway, let me clear some more of this area out, and then we'll see afterwards. So in the middle of creating this nice little piglin farm we got going on here, which would be fully functional at this point right now. However, I kind of came into a bit of an issue, which was that I don't really have the gold just yet. I kind of do, but it's a little bit longer to access, and when I built the farm originally, it was quite early on in the series, and I didn't really sort out a proper sorting system for it, and therefore everything's in this really annoyingly tight space, packed up in double chests, and I have to access things by poking around and trying to get into stuff, and it's kind of annoying, and this was such a temporary solution, and I have now outgrown it, and I feel very redstone-y. So I'm really, man, it's really tight. How do I even get around here? Do I have to like walk sideways? This is so weird, and this is very close up on my face. So I have decided that we're gonna go all out with one of these, thanks to our recent totally legitimate way of getting shulker shells. We now have enough that we don't need to worry about shulker shells again, so we're going to make a shulker-based storage system for it. And we're going to make it nice and easy, and we're also going to add a little feature in here to help us turn the gold nuggets. Is it a nugget? I think it's a nugget. Anyway, we're going to turn the gold nuggets into gold ingots, obviously. And to make the shulker boxes more manageable, we're going to take a page out of our little farming area and build a shulker box crafting system up here too. So we're going to need a good amount of space, which means I'll probably need some sort of design, I guess, as well for it. And again, I'm also planning on changing the gold farm in a little while, because I think they're going to change the mechanics again. I don't know. Maybe I'll just... Yeah. I'm going to go into a test world right now, make sure everything kind of lines up to how I want it to be, and then we will start building. So this is the design I ultimately ended up going with. So I mentioned earlier I wanted something that's going to work good as a 3 and that I can leave displayable. Now I wish I had some sea lanterns, because sea lanterns will come in much more useful in this scenario. As glowstone doesn't always look that good, especially not in this, although it is kind of nether themed, so maybe it would go with the gold farm in this scenario. But yeah, so everything else seems to be working okay. So again, I'll just run a quick test on all of these and we'll let it do its thing. I've put quite a few of these inside of the in the droppers, so there should be plenty for us to choose from. There is one thing we're looking out for at the moment, which is sometimes the shulker boxes do end up popping up into this little space here, which is kind of annoying. So if that does happen after a few tests, I'm gonna have to make some changes and change the shulker box loader type. Yep, so the test came out just fine. Everything seems to be working as it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a thumbs up, and we're going to go ahead and return into survival, and we're going to start building this up. Obviously, we do have some prep work to do, so we'll start with that first. We do need to also start thinking of a design maybe to go around the storage system there, or we may or may not leave it open, but we'll decide that in a minute. Okay, so we're back here in Crampsville. We're going to have to start making a plan on I'm going to need a little platform to start laying down like shulker boxes, just making some sort of space. So I'm thinking what I might do is go down one, make a large platform, and that way when I start breaking all the chests and stuff, all the items can fall on top of that, and then I can just start taking everything from there. So let's do that first of all. So we're going with bone blocks at the moment because I have a nice amount of them, and I haven't really used bone blocks much in a build. And obviously being away from the main base, it's always a great opportunity to kind of sway away from my usual build style, or even my usual build palette, which is usually like grey and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, we might see grey have a little resurgence at some point here, but for now we're going to focus on maybe using bone blocks. We're going to definitely try and use some gold, but we don't have a lot of it right now. So it may need to be that I build like a foundation, and then I can get bone blocks afterwards. Gold blocks afterwards, and then build around anything I need with gold blocks later. So for example, right now I am looking pretty good. I could actually do with one more layer around here, and that should be enough to cover me for breaking all these boxes. So I removed all of the double chests that were relevant, the ones that had all the stuff in there. Unfortunately, there was only about 3 or so layers per section that had some gold, but I've taken all those out. All of these ones currently are empty, and in here I have my lovely collection of gold. And as you can see, not so bad, not great to be honest. Not for what I've got planned for like piglin trading and stuff. It's probably going to need quite a bit more than that anyway. But this is great. It's a nice little foundation. In fact, I've probably got enough here to actually build with. So we're probably not going to be able to use any of this for the trading as of right now, but that's good enough to get some building done with. We're also going to need to go and get some more bone blocks, which I should have plenty of in the base, but I just need to go and grab that. I'm going to go ahead and tear the rest of this down now, and then we're going to start building the rest of it up. I'm not sure on what I'm going to do, so if you're watching this, you will know whether I end up doing a time lapse or I did a replay mod. Either way, enjoy. If I did none of it, sorry. See you on the other side. Okay, so we ended up going with neither time-lapse or replay mod, so instead we're going for commentary. Yay! So I just wanted to run you through what was going on in this case. I'm basically just building the detection system for the items in the droppers, and then the droppers will basically shoot the items into a web, and then the web will let it drop down into one central location, then I can push it into storage. The problem was I did end up running out of webs. Are they cobwebs? Cobwebs. Yeah. So I ran out of cobwebs. So I ended up going for a little hunt, and to be honest, it was kind of weird. It started off with seeing these guys, like there's like a whole bunch of them just having their own little like battle royale down the bottom. I wasn't about it, so I packed up and left. Made my way out of there, and luckily I found webs like fairly recent after, so I took like, I think I ended up taking like 18 of them, so I was like, I don't need to come back ever again. I don't really like hunting for cobwebs, but this is the only kind of way you can get it, so we did it, we got whatever we needed, and then we went back, and this is what we needed it for. Now, all this basically does, again, it'll push all the items into the center and let it drop into one central location, but you'll see more of that in a minute. Alright guys, just up enough to give you a quick update on how things are going on the storage system. So first things first, we have absolutely added in the filters. We haven't actually put in the blocks and stuff that go into it, but that's all sorted. We've also added in the system to push the items around, and we've gone for this system just to make sure we're keeping up entirely with all the items. And yeah, there should be enough because I put 2 for gold nuggets, 2 for rotten flesh, which will be disposed of, and then 1 for gold ingots. And then this will be for the swords, which will actually end up going into a double chest, which will then have 2 blast furnaces to make sure it's smelting all the swords. That's pretty much the update so far, guys. I'm gonna get on with the rest of this build, get some of the filters sorted out, and then I should be good to go. I think with this, we're going to have to make sure we do some AFKing at my witch farm, and then we're going to make sure we have a whole bunch of fuel ready for it, so we don't need to worry too much about refueling this that often. We're going to have to probably get a better fuel source than sticks, because sticks don't really burn for very long, so it's going to be kind of a bit of a pain. But it should be fine. Actually, to be fair, it might be okay, because it's going to smelt 1 stick per 1 sword, I think. I'm going to have to double check that. I'm not sure if that's true, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I bet you're thinking, oh, this is great. Oh, we're gonna get a nice little tour of this little building that he's done. You want a tour? All right, I'll give you a tour. This is the tour. Yeah, and this is all you're getting. Do you know why? Because as I built it, I realized I don't like the look of it. I don't mind this part. This looks cool, but the outside, no, no. Bad shady. Bad building, bad color combination, bad everything. So we're gonna change. We're gonna change it up. This is what you get to see for now. Most of it will stay the same in terms of layout. I am gonna, however, make some amendments in the form of the block palettes. So obviously, I didn't think this through, and I completely forgot that we now have blackstone, which ironically kind of goes really well with gold. And what doesn't go that well with gold is bone blocks. They look okay, but not really. So we're gonna have to make some amendments. So instead, I'm gonna give you the temporary look around. But on the next episode, which I'm sure you're gonna be joining me on, we will. I would have made some amendments, and I would probably look a little bit better than it looks now. Maybe not, but we'll see. But in the meantime, let me just show you what's happening. Okay, so we've installed the shulker loaders for both the gold ingots and the gold nuggets. This is gold nuggets here, this is gold ingots, and I thought, just for fun, why don't we have a nice little visible dispenser for all the rotten flesh. So all the rotten flesh is going through the system in here, and this is all going to be burned. I don't think we're ever going to be able to see it, because by the time we're done AFKing, it probably will be empty, so there's not really too much to take away from that, I guess. So yep, that's the loading system. And then just to get up to the farm now, because we've lost access to the ladder, I've just made this little thing here where I can jump out onto this, and then I can do that, and then I can just jump onto the trapdoor, and then we're where we should be. But where I also should be is doing a little bit more work on this farm now, and where you guys should be is tuning into my next episode, because I'm actually done with this one. And oh, I just realized there's a piece of ice missing there. Has that always been missing? Oh, I might have done something stupid. Let's get back to the point. I'm wrapping up the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed. If you made it this far into the episode, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.